yeah. In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Come to us for your news and opinions. We got a voice. There is no choice. Wisdom voice. In your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast just like cruiserweight action. In your house is a perfect distraction. Pump us in your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smooth.
Yo, what is up out there, household? My name is Hypocrisy Jones, and I'm here today to have a little smoke sesh with you. So let me open this door to the household. Come on in, and let's talk a little Smackdown in this smoke sesh with hype. Yo, the Smackdown this week was highly anticipated. We knew coming off of last week that we were going to see The Rock and Roman Reigns. They were going to have a unifying interaction based off of what Paul Heyman told Nick Aldis last week. We knew what was happening. Plus, The Rock has been amping up this Smackdown appearance in Salt Lake City, Utah, almost all week long. So we knew what we were going to get coming into it, and sometimes that's okay. And I think this episode of Smackdown fully represented it. We knew what we were going to get, but we didn't know how we were going to get it. But we knew we were going to like it, right? But we can't like everything, and that's what we're here to talk about today. We're not necessarily the bad things, but we're going to talk about, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it, bro, in this Smackdown smoke sesh review with hype, yo. So whatever your method is, man, get your lighters, get your whatever, as long as it's not the bad whatever, but you know what I mean. Let's spark this up and review this Smackdown. All right, so this SmackDown had matches from Kevin Owens versus Dominic Mysterio in an Elimination Chamber qualifying match. We also saw The Miz versus Logan Paul, Zelina Vega versus Tiffany Stratton, and Alba Fire versus Naomi. So this SmackDown had mad implications for what's to come in the Elimination Chamber, which is this coming week, early ass in the morning. Y'all getting up at 5 a.m. to watch this live? I don't know if I am. I might still be up, but you know how the hype life go, bro. But we'll see. I'm gonna start off with SmackDown started off with Kevin Owens versus Dominic Mysterio, which was a really good match. Dominic Mysterio continues to get that heat, and I think we're seeing that it is true heat. It's not like go home heat or anything like that. He is probably one of the best heels right now with everything that he does, because some of the things that he does are so subtle, but they are intent to show off his heel side. So here we are, man. Kevin Owens versus Dominic Mysterio. Great match. I really thought coming into this that we were going to see Dominic Mysterio in the Elimination Chamber. But because of the actions of Ron Killings, he had some interaction. He made a SmackDown appearance, which who doesn't love that? Although the draft and such, it's WrestleMania season. None of that matters. It's okay. Let's stay on the road. No matter, just stay on the road. So we had some R-Truth interactions with Dominic Mysterio. A little bit of chair bit that caused Dominic Mysterio to lose and Kevin Owens to advance and to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. So he was one of our first qualifiers for the Elimination Chamber. So in this SmackDown, and we filled out the rest of them as the night went on. We saw Tiffany Stratton and in her in-ring debut for SmackDown versus Zelina Vega, and Tiffany Stratton looks very, very strong. I am on that Tiffany Stratton train, I definitely am. I see the most for her. She came out with a win versus Zelina Vega, which I think that was very, we probably saw that coming, right? You saw that coming. Because she's gonna need that pipe or that pop. She's gonna need that shine. And what a better way to do it than in the elimination chamber with all the veterans that are already in there, like Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair and such. So and Liv Morgan. So we're gonna see what happens there, right? So Tiffany Stratton came out with the win there, which was really good, man. We saw a little bit of the Authors of Pain. They had a match against Morris and Bernal, and if you can take it by those names, yeah, it was a squash match. But we got to see the Authors of Pain, man, and we got to see what they can really, really do. They are a dominating force, and this group, the Final Testament, man. They are definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. I don't know what we're gonna do with them right now, but hey, man, you guys remember when the Judgment Day started? We didn't know what they were gonna be, but maybe here in about 6 months, 8 months, a year, they are running WWE in a sense, or almost running WWE. So it's definitely something to look out for. It's so much talent in that group with Karrion Kross, and AOP and just Everling, man, as a manager. I'm just blown away by that. So AOP came out on top of that squash match. Go figure. Yeah. We saw a promo from Damage Control, and I'm loving these all Japanese promos. It forced me to read the screen. I dig that. I dig that. Because it lets the talent come across more natural, and who doesn't want that? We're seeing that out of Damage Control right now. We've been seeing that out of Shinsuke Nakamura, and I hope we continue to see that with other wrestlers of different backgrounds. Let them just be themselves, talk their natural language, and let the interpretations come from that, man. So more of that. That is such good. Wait, can I say that? Wait, I don't want to get canceled. Yeah, and especially not talking about fecal matter. Let's move on. We had the Elimination Chamber qualifying match with Logan Paul versus The Miz, man, and they have so much background, right? But so you going into it, you thought that this would probably be a very smooth match. I do have some critiques, man. Logan Paul looked a little sloppy. He looked a little sloppy going into this match. I don't know what it was. He can do better than this, and we've seen this. I am not a Logan Paul fan, and in most sense, but man, he does make a great WWE heel. But we need to solidify that wrestling up a little bit. Being in the Elimination Chamber with guys like Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, you're gonna need to be on a sharper tier of wrestling acumen, and I want to see that out of him. So Logan Paul won in a sloppy match. He could definitely do better. But we'll see what comes out of that, man. And our last match of the night was Naomi versus Alba Fire. And look, big ups to Naomi. Love her. She just debuted in the Royal Rumble, so that is absolutely great. We're looking at she debuted on this Smackdown with new entrance music, which was in fire, if I can say so myself. Everything was great. This match with Alba Fire, we kind of knew where it was going to go, knew what it was going to lead to in the end. And I'm not going to give it a full grade. Solid match. I'm not going to poo-poo it too much. Just mainly because, man, I love Naomi and I love her presence. So, of course, Naomi came out on fire, defeated Alba Fire, even with the distractions from Isla Dawn. But here we are, yeah. And then, of course, it comes down to what we've been all waiting for. And hold on, man. You know what I got to do. So, hold on. All right. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. The Bloodline. Bloodline come down. Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso. Roman comes out, does his normal Roman thing, Roman-esque, acknowledge me, as he introduces his cousin, The Rock. Man, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment is definitely back. The Versace wearing, catchphrase swearing. Oh, that's somebody else. Never mind. Still Rock. We got old school Rocky. Versace suit or shirt Rocky. And this was interesting, man. He comes down. He no real fan or interaction or anything. We knew the mood was different. I've heard some criticism online about this today, that Rocky kind of felt forced, like he was like forcing himself to be something that he wasn't. And yeah, he kind of was, man. He's playing a heel. He really needs to play up this heel character. I don't know if ultimately this means that like he's going to turn on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania to help Cody win, but there was definitely some indicators and signs of that if we're future telling or trying to do some sign indicating and stuff like that. It's definitely an interesting thing. I know a lot of y'all are out there talking about this was a pivot and now they're scrambling and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. These are very smart individuals, and I think maybe they knew that there's different lanes that we could take this road. And no matter how we take this road, there's probably an ultimate goal. If you've been listening to these smoke sessions or just been listening to In Your House, period, you know, I think they want to break all the records, and that's where they're heading with this. But I could be wrong. But whatever roads lead to the ultimate goal, they're going to take. I don't know if they're pivoting. I know there were parts of this that seemed a little clunky. Rock seemed a little bit out of character because he's not his natural character, man. He had to pivot, and not necessarily pivot, but he is transitioning to a much more heel Rock. And we haven't seen that Rock in a very, very long time. We haven't had to, man. And because we all love The Rock, man. That's my dad, man. Or, imaginary dad. But here we are. And if you smell what I'm cooking, we know right now, as of right now, we have the bloodline intact, probably more solidified than ever. The High Chief and the Tribal Chief are together. And that's what we have at the moment. I think The Rock kind of overshadows Roman Reigns in this aspect a little bit, and I hope that we take the next few weeks to make sure that Roman is not overshadowed, as well as Cody not overshadowed. But Cody's not really being overshadowed. He's holding his own, given his own lane. Seeing as Roman Reigns is on such a limited appearance schedule, we're really going to need to see more of him coming into this WrestleMania season. So hopefully he will be there week to week until we get to WrestleMania, so that he can tell his story and not let it be told by someone else. Because ultimately, I think that's the most important thing, man. I don't know where we're heading with this WrestleMania, but you know what? I do know. I know that we've come to an end of the smoke session. Hopefully, you enjoyed this. Hopefully, man, I made you think. If made you think about anything, man, give me a holler. My name is Hypocrisy Jones. You can literally find that anywhere. You can spell that on social media. So whether it's Facebook, X, or Twitter or whatever it's called, YouTube, just hit me up. You can find me, but most importantly, you can find me right here on In Your House and the In Your House Network. Check us out for the In Your House Super Sunday chats, bro. You never know who's gonna come into the household, bro. You never know who's gonna discuss with myself, Hollywood House, and Paragon, man, the world's most deadliest podcaster. And as my homeboy House says, hop on this bandwagon, get on. Get gone, because the household is moving mighty strong, because we've been mighty strong. My name is Hypocrisy Jones. Smoke them if you got them. I know I got them. Peace.